All right. Well, it looks like Val is here. Hello, Val. We got Lily protecting my backside. Get it started, I guess.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thanks, Sean.
Nice to see you.
Hi.
Hello, Val. Sue's also with us. Kirsten will be joining us momentarily. We're going to get you honored with your time and get you started right now. To get ourselves situated on our mats, we're going to bring both feet together today so that the ball of each big toe and in my case, I can feel my ankle bone kind of connect together. Let's bring our thighs and let's create a pull together. As we pull the thighs together, I'd like you to hollow out your belly, straighten out your legs, grow the spine, and then take the neck and grow it also. And as you grow the neck, let's drop the chin in. Let's pull it in. As we work to create a nice proud chest, I'd like you to spiral open your hands so the palms face forward. And then as you take a big inhale, we're going to sweep the hands all the way up. Palms are going to face towards the back. And as we exhale, we're going to rotate the palms to face out away from the body. As we sweep the arms down, pull your butt back. Try to keep the legs relatively straight and half forward fold. We're not going into full, just going halfway. I have my forearms resting on my thighs, and I kind of recommend that you do that right now as we start to open up and awaken the body. It's not so important to maximize all of the work, effort. We'll save that for later. Now, grow the spine, proud the chest, draw the shoulders away from the center line of the body. Let the fingertips gently make their way towards the earth as you fold in and then step back to plank. We just had a little rain here, so our mats are a little wet. Now, we're going to pull your hips up and back and then slide back into plank. And we're going to just move between those 2 points. I'd like you to create your own rhythm and then movement. And then we're all going to meet back in our plank pose. Drop the knees to the earth. Separate the knees now wider than your hip. Bring the ball of each big toe into touch so the heel and toe of the feet are touching. And I'm going to walk the hands forward as the hips pull back into child's pose. Now walk the fingertips forward a little more and try to lift the back of the head up as you proud the chest and push the chest towards the earth to deepen the release through our shoulders. And then let's walk the hands back towards us, keeping the knees nice and separated as we originally have. Come into a kneeling position, open up the palms to face forward. Now, use your fingers to pull the arms long, hollow out the belly as you pull the hands back, take a big breath in. On the exhale, sweep the hands forward and up. And then bring hands over heart. You're going to gently lower your butt down onto the heels. You're going to lean ever so slightly. Now, flexion of the spine. This is our normal behavior. We like to round in. Today, I'd like you to find nice posterior awareness by lengthening the spine and hollowing out the belly. Let's take both hands and reach them forward. It's going to feel like a cantilever. Now, behaviorally, our spines like to round and flex, but right now I'd like you to create nice extension, nice proud chest, and also nice width across the shoulders. Let's separate the hands a little wider apart so that the arms and hands have greater distance between the two. Now let's lift the arms up. Inhale, lengthen the arms more. Exhale, fold down, walk out. Step your feet into plank. Pull up and back to down dog. Push high to the tippy toes. My favorite word from last week. Drive the heels towards the earth. Now let's lower the knees just above the earth to feel a nice opening on the underside of our feet, and then push your hips high to the sky.
Drive your heels back to the earth. Drive the knees down towards the earth. Pull the hips all the way up and back, and then step up in between your hands. Inhale to a flat back and as you exhale, lower back down. As you inhale, unfold, sweep your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, bring hands over heart, take the left knee and raise it up. And then switch it for the right. And continue. Again, find your own rhythm. It's kind of like running in spot and then praying for it to be over. But we're not even running, right? We're just kind of getting a little bit more warm up done. All right, let's everyone meet feet on the floor. Let's separate your feet wide to the edges of the mats. Let's take the hands as you push them forward, cup your fingers and thumb, and let's make the arms nice and long and push the fingertips and thumbs together. Let's start to draw the butt back. Let's take a nice long inhale. As you do, slowly raise the arms. Let's hold the arms up. Let's pull the butt back a little more. Now let's take the heels and try to push them away from the body. Isometric activation is what we're looking for. No physical movement. Now as you inhale, raise the arms a little higher. On the next exhale, fold all the way down and step it back to plank. All right. Everyone nice and warmed up? Kirsten's going, All right, now lower the knees to hover, pull the hips backwards. So our back is like in a tabletop position. Now come back into plank, keep the knees hovering. So hover the knees just above your mat, pull the hips back, tabletop back. Kind of like we're just sliding forward and back with a little bit of knee hover. Coming back to the plank. Now lowering the knees just above the earth, pulling the hips back, hold back. Pull your hips high to the sky, down dog. Heels drive to the earth. Hips pull higher to the sky. Come up to your tippy toes. Drive both heels down and then step both feet forward. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend both knees, lower the butt. Tabletop the back. Back and mat run parallel to each other. Let's pull the back of the head up. Just give me proud chest. Push the chest through the arms towards the mat. Now take the knees, pull them into each other. Create enough pull where you can feel the ball of each big toe solidly connected with your earth. Keep that connection. Try to push the heels away from the center line of the body. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. Keep the back in extension as you unhinge, sweep the arms to the sky. Oh. As you let hands descend over heart together, take the left knee, raise it. Open the knee, bring it back center, switch feet. Open. Center. Lower. Hands push to the sky. Separate the hands and arms shoulder width apart. Turn the palms to face forward, then rotate them to face away from the body. As you exhale, let that upper body descend to the earth. As your fingertips arrive on the mat, step back into plank. Beautiful. Now let the chest push through the arms towards the mat. And if your head dropped, let's do something about that. Let's take the back of the head, lift it up, and then push the chest towards the mat. So we have a descent through the shoulders themselves. Give me a nice proud chest, hollow out the belly. Pull up and back to down dog. Push high to the tippy toes. As you let the heels drive earthward, let's take the knees and gently lower them down onto the mat. Bring them to the edges of the mat. Pull the hips back. Walk the hands forward. Let's keep the forearms up and off our mat. So the lever is the shoulder itself. Now let's walk the hands out to the edges of our mat. Keep the palms connected to the earth. Let's create a little bit of a tug of war. Let's take the tailbone and try to pull it backwards, and then walk your fingers forward. Let's connect these two pulls simultaneously. Fingers and tailbone. Pull, opposite direction. Proud the chest, push it to the earth. Try not to force through this with the head or the neck. This is all about the shoulders and opening through the chest right now. Let's walk the hands back. Come up into kneel. All the way up to kneel. Let's bring the hands forward, up, and then drop the elbows out to the side of the body. So we have like a field goal. Uh-oh. In someone's space. All right. Now, take the palms and spread the fingers wide through them. So the thumb and baby finger have as much separation between the two, and every finger in between. Let's pull the elbows backwards. So we feel a little more compression in the shoulder. If you do feel that, I'd like you to try to make it wider across from the midline as opposed to squeezing backwards. So draw the elbows out, draw the shoulders out. Now, while we work to keep that extension or activation across the chest and back simultaneously, we're going to let the hands rotate down. So we still keep that 90-degree in the elbow, that bend, and then we raise up. And then we lower. I'm going to hollow out my belly and keep the arms rotating up and down. See if you can increase the range or the depth of the movement with each up and reach down. And then everyone meet hands to the sky. Fold forward as you exhale. Step back to plank. Pull hips up and back to down dog. Step or jump up between the hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, lower that booty. Let's take the ball of each big toe, push it into the mat. Keep the push. Try to spiral the heels away. As you inhale, extend, keep those heels spiraling, come all the way up to stand. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands over heart. Pull your butt back. Keep your spine long. And as we pull the butt back, I'm going to try and keep the knees relatively straight. So our hinge point is primarily the hips. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's so
so
agreeable
sweet.
today. Now, watch my back. You see how I can arch it? I'd like you to take the arch out. I'd like you to engage the six-pack muscles strongly. Give a proud chest, hollow out the belly, six-pack. You know, if I was to walk up and try and punch you in the tummy, that kind of contraction. Now, take the hands, extend them forward. Cup the fingers and the thumbs. We're connecting now. Now, if your elbows are bent, extend the arms straight. Let's take the head, pull the back of it up. Nice. Now, as you inhale, raise the arms. As you exhale, fold down. Walk your palms to the shins. This is kind of a founder series. So we're founding our body, and we're finding probably that some of it's functional more than we thought. Now take your palms, push to the shins, extend the spine. You notice my butt's low. I like you to get your butt low. So it's about a 90-degree, not even that, but a substantial bend in the knee. Widen through the chest, push and extend. Now keep your butt down, unhinge through the hips so you're more forward looking. If that low back has started to arch, six-pack it. Give me some muscle, strength. Extend the arms, Cup the fingers. Push fingertips and thumbs together. Nice. Now, inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, hold. Inhale, raise the arms a little higher. Exhale, hold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold all the way down. Beautiful. One more time through this. Palms to the shins. Butt lowers. Chest and back expand. Push the palms, expand. Keep the elbows from drifting back. Push them out right beside the body. Now, keep the hips down. As you inhale, start to extend the back and unhinge through the hips. Bring hands over heart. Straighten the legs as you extend the hands out. So we have cantilevering going through. Cup the fingers, fingertips and thumbs. Push them together. Arms are straight. As you inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, hold. As you inhale, raise them a little more if you can. Exhale, hold. As you inhale, raise a little more. And as you exhale, fold all the way down. Step back to plank. Whew, a little bit of heavy breathing with that one. Nice. Now, let's take the right knee, drop it onto the mat, right in between your hands. So it's equal distance between left and right hand. Let's take the right foot and put it out like a kickstand. And let's take the left foot and step it back. Let's take the hips now and push them forward. So we're going to come up onto our fingertips on our right hand. So we're kind of making a triangle shape with the body as we let the left arm reach above the head. Above the head. We're going to use the arm to pull all the way from that left heel all the way up to the fingertips of the left side. Nice. Now, if you can, try to take the right fingertips off the mat. And then let it all drift back down. Left hand returns to the earth. Right leg steps back to plank. Pull up and back to down dog. Tippy toes. Drive the heels. Come back to plank. Let the left knee find its center pot between the two hands. Left foot kicks out like a kickstand. As we roll the right heel down onto the floor, take the right hand up. Now, take your hips, push them forward, come up onto the fingertips on the left side. Reach the right arm right up over the head. So it's kind of like a wedge shape, if you will, right between the right foot and the high fingertips of the right hand. Now, as you inhale, try to lift the fingertips up off the earth. And as you exhale, lower them back down, rotate back, step it back to plank, pull it up and back to down dog. Tippy toes, heels drive to the earth, step or jump forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Hello, people. Now, separate the hands, arms, shoulder width apart. Let's hollow out the belly. And let's pull the arms higher to the sky. Let the shoulders rise up. Now, take your palms, rotate them to face forward, and then rotate them to face the sides. Sweep the arms back, 45-degree angle between the shoulder and the elevation of the fingertips. So 0, 45, right through that joint. Now, flip the palms to face the sky. Rotate the palms to face the earth. Rotate the palms to face the sky. Rotate them to face the earth. And do that one more time. And then bring hands over heart. Half forward fold. Spine long, neck long. Butt pulls back. Keep the legs long. Try to get as much bend out of the knees and try to get as much length through that upper body, lengthening the spinal column, lengthening the neck. Make the chest proud. Fold down, drop the fingers to the earth, step back to plank. Awesome. Pull your hips up and back, down dog. Tippy toes. Heels. Right leg lifts to the sky and right foot steps forward to be framed by your hands. Let's make the width between both feet about hip width apart. Now, we're up on the toes of the back foot. So that back heel, take a little look back there and see if it's angling off in some direction other than straight up. So get it straight up. Take the heel of that left foot, push it towards the earth. As that left calf region starts to feel stretch, we're going to work that a little bit. Now, as you inhale, extend the spine. As you exhale, draw everything backwards and try to push that left heel a little more to the earth. Beautiful. Now, keep that lengthening realized in the calf. Unhinge the upper body. All right. Now, bring your hands to hips. Let's make your chest proud. And let's take the bend out of that front knee. So we're going to elevate the hips, both legs pushing equally, creating a force that exerts enough effort to elevate the hips. We're going to keep them elevated. So we're not just hanging out. We're forcefully and mindfully working. Lean in to that front leg. Imagine I've tied a string on the right hip and use that string to pull backwards the hip. Now, take the ball of the left foot, that big toe ball it is, and the heel of the right foot, and pull them together. Nice. Now, let's bring the hands in. This is going to add more work than we are presently experiencing. Let's push the hands forward. Fingertips and thumbs connect. We're cupping the hands. Pull heel and toe together. Raise the arms. Inhale, raise higher. Exhale, hold. Inhale, raise higher. Exhale, hold. Inhale, raise higher. Hold. Now pull it all together. Heel, toe, arms lengthening long. Release the breath, fold it down. Step back, plank. Oh, how good did that feel? Now, push your chest through your arms. Pull the back of the head up. Pull the hips up and back to down dog. Left leg. Pull it to the sky. Step it forward. Framed by the front hands. Tabletop the back. Take the right heel. Drive it to the ground. Hips are going to pull back. You should feel a nice release to that right calf. If you're not getting it, we're going to work at a little depth, just like we did opposite side. Pull the hips back a little more. Drive the heel a little deeper. My right doesn't feel the same as my left because
the waitress doesn't need to know your name.
Yeah, the waitress doesn't need to know my name, Kirsten. Yeah, that's my line. Now, extend the back. Unhinge the body. Activate. So everything pushes up to the sky. We have hands over heart, right? We're gonna, whoops. We're gonna get our balance and then we're gonna lean it in. Keep that front leg straight. Awesome. Now, imagine I tied a string onto the left butt cheek. Pull it backwards. Take the ball of the right foot, that big toe, and the heel of the left, pull together. Keep that active. Push the hands forward, cupping fingertips and thumbs, pushing together, extending the arms straight. Inhale, raise, hold. Heel and toe, pull together.
Raise as you inhale, hold. Keep the heel and toe pulling together. Inhale, raise, hold. Exhale, fold. Nice. Step it back to plank. Pull up and back, down dog. Push high to the toes. Drive the heels to the earth. Step or jump forward. Have a seat. Oh. Lie it all the way down. Lie it all the way down on your back. Nice. Let's pull the knees up and into the chest. And then I like to circle my knees independent of each other, so not together. So let's circle one way and then circle the other. Just think if this was, working out, how many more people would do this? It's just relatively relaxing, right? All right, so we have a little bit of lubrication of our hip sockets. Let's bring the bottoms of each foot, I was going to say feet, bottom of each foot together, and then let your knees kind of splay open.
Oh, your feet are down.
Your feet are down on the mat, bringing the feet together. All right, so as we work to let the inner thigh muscles find a little length, we realize that we want them not to necessarily have length, we want them to have strength. So we're going to basically use a little bit of muscle activation. So I'd like you to pull the legs together and let them fall all the way out. And then pull together. And this time, squeeze the thighs and then release all the way out. And then this time, pull together, squeeze, bring both feet flat onto the earth, a little wider than hip width apart. I'm going to walk the heels so they're just slightly forward of the knees. We're going to hollow out our belly. We're going to keep the thighs pushing together. And then as we work to keep that belly muscle hollowing out, we're going to raise the hips up, 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 up off the earth.
And use it touching.
Thighs are pushing together. And then lower the hips, pull the knees up and into the chest. Yeah.
Really, promise.
All right, so let's bring the legs all the way out long and then step it in just an inch or two. Let's separate the heels hip width apart. Let's take the thighs and rotate them into touch. Take the big toes and do the same. Bringing things together, that's what we do in yoga. Bring things together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take your thighs, squeeze them. Beautiful. Take the arms, let them fall beside the body. Let's cup the fingers and thumb. Let's take the chest and make it proud. Then let's make the tummy active. Let's hollow it out. Let's push the arms into the, push the fingertips into the mat. Keep the arms extended straight. Chest is proud. Hollow out the belly. Now, push the heels away from the body without moving them. I want you to just activate that away. And then I want you to reverse that. Try to pull them in towards the body. Now, in and in. Pulling the heels in, bringing the thighs in together. Squeeze the thighs as the heels pull in. Push the fingertips into the earth. Hollow out the belly. Start to push your butt up off the earth. Let's hold 5. And then gently lower. Extend the legs all the way straight. Take the hands above the head. Let's find length from point to point, the 2 points, fingertips and toes. As you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, back beside the body. Arms are beside. Let's step the feet in an inch or two. Let's separate them hip width apart. We're coming back into this, right? Thighs rotate into face and touch. Big toes do the same.
cupping the fingertips, prouding the chest, hollowing out the belly, pushing the fingertips into the mat. We're going to activate slightly differently this time. Now, keeping the chest proud, keeping that belly hollowed. Let's push the heels into the earth. As the fingertips push into the earth, let's try to raise the hips up. And now that we have them up, let's try to pull the heels in towards the butt, taking some big breaths here. Inhale, exhale, try to lift a little higher, try to hollow out that belly a little more. More importantly, though, squeeze those thighs. And then lower down, pull the knees up and into the chest. Great job. Circle them. And then reverse. And then pull the knees directly in, bring the forehead to meet them, rock and roll front to back. Come all the way up into a seated position. Now, cross your legs. I like to do lotus just because
You can.
she can't. All right, so we're gonna get nice and long through the spine, and then we're gonna walk forward. So all of that tissue we worked yesterday in Kirsten's weight class involved a lot of the muscular infrastructure in and around the hips. So I'm going to just stretch out just a little bit. And then walk the hands back in. Cross them up the other way. Walk it forward. Let's walk the hands back in. Extend the legs all the way out as we slowly lower ourselves one vertebrae at a time, hollow out the belly, and then each vertebrae making its own little imprint on your mat. Nice. All the way back so that the back of the head is now resting on the earth. Let's take the feet and separate them wider than hip width apart. And as we raise the hands above the chest, separate the fingers widely. And then starting with the chin, let's drop the chin. Let's pull it in towards your chest. And now that we started to peel each vertebrae up off the mat, let's do so ever so slowly. See, curving the spine. Keeping the spine in its curve, almost like you're diving in between your feet, all the way down, and then getting all the way through the heels if you can, feeling that nice release in the lower back. Let the head kind of hang out. Try to grow the spine as you inhale this time. And as you exhale, C curve the spine. And then starting from the hips, as we start to unhinge and bring our upper body back, each vertebrae slowly descends to your mat. Arms extend all the way back. When I taught inside classes, I used to say, first one done finishes. Sorry, first loses. Hands come up. Tuck the chin, start to peel, slowly, hollowing out the belly, keeping the C curve in the spine. Diving, extending as you inhale. Exhale, folding back in, coming back to our laying position. One vertebrae at a time, C curve spine, loving. Hands extending all the way back. Now, tug of war time. Toes and fingertips pull opposite directions. Inhale, lengthen. Hollow out the belly. Exhale, bring the knees up and into the chest. Inhale, rock and roll forward to back.
Come up to seating position, extend the legs out. Widen the stance, feet are mat width apart. Gets nice and proud with the chest as we find length. Find activation. Pull the chin in towards the neck. Let's take the hands and then bring them up to face. Palms are facing the sky. We have a 90-degree bend in the elbows. So our thumbs are working away from the body. We're going to take our hands, keeping them facing out, and we're going to open the thumbs towards the back. So we're going to pull through. So 90 degrees at the elbow. Now come all the way forward till we're back in our spot where the hands are shoulder width apart, baby fingers. Can't get together yet because we're not going there. Now, as you inhale, rotate externally. So the thumbs are pulling all the way back. Chest is nice and proud. Exhale, come forward. This time, bring the forearms together and extend the hands forward like we're serving at a tray. Pull the elbows back, bring them to the sides of the body. Palms still face the sky as we open. Inhale, exhale, come together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back. So we've got the breathing, working with the movement. You control the pace and the breath. Let's do a few more repetitions of this. Let's meet in the arms out position. Push the hands away, straighten the arms. Dip the fingertips down, raise the hands a little higher, flip the palms in, bring everything down onto your mat. Like that little hand movement, that's kind of dancey. All right, let's bring the feet, sorry, I said down on the mat. Let's bring the feet down on the mat, right towards the front part of your mat. Gonna grab across the knees. Now we're gonna lower down one vertebrae at a time, pulling the knees up and into the chest, about shoulder width apart of the knees. Take the bottoms of the feet, connect them, and then bring the feet down onto the mat and let the legs open widely. Nice. Now, let's take the right leg, rotate it all the way up and then all the way across so it lays on top of the left. Let's take the right arm, reach it straight up into the sky, and then at a 45-degree back, 45-degree back, I'd like you to reach back at about 45 degrees. Find nice rotation to the spine, nice opening. Come back to center. As the knees rise up, let the bottoms of the feet connect again, letting the legs splay open. I have hands over heart, but you can have hands wherever you want. Now let's take the left leg, bring it up, almost like we're hinging right over the toes or the ball of each foot. Coming onto the side, taking that left arm, reaching it up and into the sky, and then 45 in the back. Bring that left hand up, come back into center. Let's pull the knees up and into the chest. Bring the forehead up to meet the knees, and let's rock and roll forward to back. Nice. Now, my mat's a little slippery. We're going to walk through. So we come up on the toes, our feet.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's thanks for making that look smooth. All right, so now we're on the toes. We're going to take our heels, drive them to the earth. And we're going to pull the butt higher to the sky. Let's make sure that each big toe, the ball thereof, is connected with your mat. Let's push it in. Let's make a special effort to do that. Nice. Now, while we're working to push the ball of the big toe into the mat, on each foot, take the heels of each foot and try to push them away from the body. So that's a lot of little muscles being activated. Try to straighten the legs, try to straighten the spine. Let's pull the back of the head up. As you inhale, sweep up, keeping that activation real for the whole movement.
Hands to the sky. Beautiful. Let's lower the arms, shoulder height. Put a 90-degree bend in the elbows. Oh, this looks familiar. What are we doing here? Pull the elbows back. Let's take the arms and try to rotate backwards. Oh yeah, those external rotators are going crazy right about now. Now, watch my elbows. We want to drift, but I don't want you to drift. I want you to pull the elbows back and the hands back. Nice. Now, lower the hands. We're rotating through the shoulder joint. So we have 90 degrees in the elbow. Just keep it that way. All the way back. Rotate back, elbows and hands. And then rotate forward. Rotate down. And then rotate up. Push the hands to the sky. Fold all the way forward. Yeah. How do you do that? You do it. Now inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Beautiful. As you exhale, fold all the way back down, step it back to plank. Save the best for last. Okay. So we're starting our 100 push-up challenge today.
No one.
No, we're not. I'm just, boy, I had Kirsten going for half a second. We're going to do 5 push-ups. Let's do them slowly. 1 down, 2, 3, 4, and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good news, only 4 left. You'll notice how muscles tend to tremble more when we ask them to do work without momentum. I have 1 more. Pull your hips up and back to down dog. Step your feet forward. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's just hang on here for a couple seconds. Bring hands to opposite elbow. Let your body sway. Let's calm the sway. Now work to keep the legs straight. Pull the body forward till you feel the weighting of your foot primarily through the pad or toes. Keep the legs straight as you pull your butt backwards until you get the same weighting sensation in the heels only, or mostly there. And then move forward and back the hips till it feels equal. When you have your equal, inhale, extend to a flat back. Let's keep equal as we unhinge, sweep the arms to the sky. As you inhale, extend. As you exhale, bring hands over heart. And let me thank you for your great participation today. Thank you all. Namaste.
Hello.
Hello.
Good class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How's everyone doing today?
Had me going with that 100 push-ups.
Boy, my arms
Yeah.
are tired from that.
Yeah.
I think I did 6. 6.
I don't think I could do 100 push-ups in a day. Back in the day, maybe.
Back in the day.
Back in your young
Hi.
days.
Back in my young days, yeah. When I had the desire to do that in the first place.
I'm getting better with the push-ups, but I'm still not very low. Like my range of motion is, I don't know, maybe 7 inches, but I don't know.
It's tough. The range of motion is best achieved by minimizing the overload to the muscle. So your upper body weight Well, and the muscles that interact with the elbow, shoulder, and wrist can support a certain amount of overload, a certain amount of weight. So when you have range of motion issues, it's because some of the muscles that either one of two things is happening. The length of the muscle is not being realized, so you're not able to have the proper joint activation or movement. And then the other aspect is the strength of the muscle through the range of motion that you're using. So what you do with it, if it's a strength related issue, is you reduce the amount of overload. So you use your knees, you use an incline to allow the range of motion to happen. And as you start to practice with range of motion, the muscles find strength through the whole range of motion because you're practicing that movement through the whole range of motion. And then as they get stronger, you can start to add more workload, reduce the incline, come off the knees, stuff
So
like
what
that.
would be a good incline if you're at home? The wall?
Good inclines are, starting, no, the wall is too much of an incline. That's 90 degrees, but something that gives like a chair. So you could literally like
Okay.
walk up to a chair like I'm doing right now. And then you can basically do a push-up, maybe off the knees, maybe not. So
Yeah.
depending on the angle, but finding that range of motion, very key. And then once you're able to achieve the range of motion, adding more and more overload to the movement that you're doing, in this case, a push-up, will build the strength of the muscles involved in that movement.
Woo,
Well,
yeah.
it's better than it used to be because I didn't used to be able to do one at all.
Good girl.
And
It's-
now I
So
can
funny,
do
like everybody hates them. Like Karen would say, "Oh God, you did push-ups in the class." I hate them, but they're good for us. Nobody likes
Yeah.
to do them, but
They're good.
they're good. So we just have to keep practice.
It's one of
Yeah.
our primal movement, like pushing is a primal movement. So a push up is basically a primal movement. And as a result, the integration of the movement with the core is substantial. The stabilization of the chest and all of the other aspects of our core are realized when we do things like a primal movement, like pushing in this case.
And
So-
most women, like when I would be in the studio, you'd see women doing push-ups. They disengage their butt and their stomach. So those muscles are not being recruited. And then they have their hips fall towards the earth because there's no activation of the midline of the body. And us women, we carry most of our weight in our hips and around the belly and stuff. So it's really important. I cued this yesterday, actually. I don't know if you caught it, but when we do the push-up, you got to really hollow out the belly, fire up your butt, and make the mental connection to say, push my butt back up. The chest is going to come up automatically because your hands are pushing.
I heard you say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many women, nothing is working here and they're just working here.
Yeah.
So it becomes a lot easier if you engage your butt and your stomach and make the mental, like tell yourself, okay, push your butt back up, push your hips back up, hollow out the belly, stay strong through the midsection. And then it becomes easier. You get better at it.
Yeah.
But like Sean
Yeah,
says,
but-
it's all about bringing all the muscles to the party. But so many people don't. So we have to always remind ourselves to do that.
Systemic disconnectivity. Anyways, the
Okay.
yeah, those big words. Woo.
Sue,
All
did
right,
you get
good.
snow?
Pardon me?
Yeah, we did.
Sue, you got
Snow.
some snow? Yeah.
Oh, you got snow.
Some. Yeah, looks pretty. Looks pretty.
No,
What?
no on the ground.
Yes,
Oh.
it was in the air. And now it's on the ground.
Well, we're gonna have 80 degrees and sunny, guys. I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Gotta go play in the snow.
My
Yeah.
son,
Okay.
my son is coming. Our son, Garrett, is
My
coming.
son.
I always say our son. Our son is coming.
All right.
On Tuesday.
Nice.
Excited.
And
My
Val's
son
got,
Ryan arrived on Friday night.
Oh,
nice. Val's got her mom.
Yeah, that was a cute picture of you and your mom, Val.
Yeah, I took her. She she has to walk and she has a problem in her hip. And, I think it's the AC and she went to a chiropractor and she has a lot of exercises, but she walks with a cane. So as soon as I told her, well, I need to go to Home Goods, and she said, no, I'm fine. And she walked for like 2 hours in Home
Wow.
Goods, with
Wow,
a
that's
cart.
amazing.
And then Santa was there, and I said, I have to post this because I'm in a DEI committee. So I said, I have to post this picture. It's a black Santa with my mom and me at
Yes.
Home Goods,
Nice.
So
So fun.
Yeah.
Are you on, is that on Facebook, Val?
Instagram, but she's on
It-
Facebook.
it's in Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna find you.
We're gonna find you.
All right, good.
We're gonna find you.
It's-
Yeah.
We're gonna find you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
Val-
Tuesday
it's-
morning,
it's
we'll
Val
see you
BB.
ladies
Yes.
on Tuesday. Have a wonderful
Have a
Sunday.
nice Sunday.
You
All
too.
right,
Love
thank you
you. 6
too.
more
Bye,
people
guys.
today here, so lots of cooking.
Yes, nice
Good.
cooking.
Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.